Now, this is one way you can set it up. There's different ways to set up the Skywatcher. This way is not the best, but it's what I can deal with right now because of the plumbing I have. The first thing you're going to want to do, you see this is rickety. There's a way to connect it to the ball mount, a ball mount right in the center of gravity, but it takes some more plumbing than I have right now. Before you get started, you can use this scope for terrestrial photography, even birds, but wildlife, but it's very difficult. I suggest you get a lens. You can dial in your center and your everything, and your focal adjustment is going to be contingent upon how many extenders you use. More plumbing. When they give you the scope, it's not set up for a DSLR. Now, you can use a finder scope. It's a good idea to dial it in beforehand. And it's a little off right now. The other thing, it does have a guide port, so you can guide with it using guiding software, which means you could probably even use some type of go-to system, but through ASCOM. But it has it only has a right ascension motor, and that's this here. This is declination. There's no motor. That's manual. I can tell you why. There's a reason for that. Why that works. Your azimuth goes back and forth, and your celestial latitude, which is about 23.5 degrees off or something, but it's not at 90 where I'm located. It's at 36 north. Okay, you can do that. And whether you're north or south of the equator, if you're north of the equator, you want to have it on N. If you're in Australia, you want it on S. And the other thing is polar alignment. And it has a polar alignment scope. I just use the camera. Now, you can really get into finessing your polar alignment very acutely. You can spend a lot, and you take this cap off, and that's the other end of the polar scope. You can really, just get crazy with polar alignment. I've spent an hour doing it, but you can also do it in 3 minutes. If you're going to use guiding software and everything, you're going to track for 15 minutes using H-alpha later on down the road, then you want to get real precise on your polar alignment. But I suggest you just do it the easy way with the Polestar to begin with and get you started on shooting some astro, like at around the 30-second open shutter range. And you should be okay with this. Now, this is a little more than this tracker can handle. This is a 70 millimeter refractor triplet. Every bit as good as a Takahashi or a Williams. Now, it's a little too much weight for this tracker. This really should have about a number 5. That's probably a number 4. I use a number 6 on it with my bigger scope. But you might get away with this. But you can use this with camera lenses. 300 millimeter is going to give you 100 to 300 millimeter. And this is 460 millimeter. It's going to give you awesome wide field astrophotographs. You're going to be very impressed with it. Anyway.